Someone keeps controlling your emotions without raising their voice once. The scary part is your brain slowly normalized their toxic behavior patterns. You started doubting yourself while they quietly strengthened emotional control mechanisms. But today, you will finally notice psychological shifts narcissists secretly fear. Narcissists survive through reactions because emotional chaos feeds their hidden psychological control. The moment your behavior changes, their confidence immediately starts collapsing from underneath. Most people fight harder, explain longer, and accidentally strengthen toxic emotional dependency. But something strange happens when your brain stops emotionally chasing their validation. The power of emotional detachment. Imagine a narcissist provoking arguments while expecting your predictable emotional explosion afterward. Instead, you answer calmly and emotionally flat, like an uninterested background character. Suddenly they lose interest, because emotional reactions were always their primary psychological reward. The scary part is silence emotionally weakens manipulative people faster than confrontation. Your calm response confuses narcissists because they expect emotional chaos and desperation constantly. When you stop defending yourself, their manipulative scripts immediately lose psychological momentum completely. Here is where it gets interesting. Your emotional neutrality quietly restores internal control. After this video, you will notice how powerful peaceful emotional distance becomes. The question that exposes manipulation. Manipulative people speak quickly because confusion prevents deeper emotional inspection from happening naturally. Instead of arguing, calmly ask them explaining questions with emotionally neutral curiosity afterward. Their stories begin collapsing because manipulation rarely survives detailed psychological examination processes. The moment you slow conversations down, hidden contradictions suddenly become impossible ignoring anymore. Narcissists expect emotional reactions, but secretly fear thoughtful, calm psychological observation from others. That is why simple questions create pressure, without aggressive confrontation or dramatic emotional scenes. Quiet growth teaches emotional intelligence through small systems improving personal awareness gradually, every day. The most painful part is realizing manipulation depended completely upon your emotional confusion. Protecting your own reality. Gaslighting slowly trains your brain, questioning memories, emotions, and personal experiences repeatedly afterward. Over time, you begin trusting manipulative narratives more than your internal emotional reality. Start recording conversations privately, using journals, notes, or voice memos after difficult interactions. This simple habit rebuilds confidence because documented patterns restore psychological clarity surprisingly fast. Narcissists secretly fear evidence because emotional manipulation depends heavily upon distorted personal narratives. When your memories become organized, psychological confusion immediately loses emotional controlling power completely. But there is one hidden problem. Many victims still emotionally isolate themselves afterward. Isolation quietly strengthens manipulation because disconnected people struggle escaping unhealthy emotional dependency cycles, building a life they cannot control. Reconnect with supportive friends because healthy relationships restore emotional perspective surprisingly quickly afterward. Return toward hobbies, routines, and environments, making your nervous system emotionally safer again. Every independent connection weakens manipulative control by rebuilding personal identity outside toxic relationships. Here is where narcissists quietly panic. They feel your emotional dependence slowly disappearing. The final shift narcissists fear most happens completely inside your emotional thinking patterns. Stop desperately needing them, understanding your pain, boundaries, or emotional experiences any more completely. They already understand everything, because manipulation was always intentional emotional psychological behavior beforehand. The moment you emotionally release validation, their remaining psychological power completely disappears afterward. Your brain was never weak, It simply adapted around emotionally unhealthy survival environments previously. Now you understand why calm distance weakens manipulative behavior faster than emotional confrontation ever. This week, practice one peaceful boundary and carefully observe emotional reactions around yourself afterward. Because once your brain rewires self-respect, toxic people rarely recognize you anymore.